Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 185, and this is my weekly zone cleaning episode. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the show. Okay everyone, so it's time for our weekly zone cleaning episode again. If you haven't listened before, each week I just do like a little episode where it just shares my list for the current zone that we're working in, following the Fly Lady zone cleaning methods. Pretty much this is just a part of the kind of overall Fly Lady cleaning system, but this is the main part that I kind of really try and stick with to manage my deep cleaning tasks, like the things that you just have to do periodically. So with this method, you basically just divide your home into 5 zones, and then each week you work on a different zone. So you're just kind of focused in one area and not overwhelmed with this entire house and what might you have to do. You just work in one zone each week, and then you just get some done, and then next time you get a couple more things done, and you just kind of work through the areas a little bit at a time. You're not trying to catch up. You're just jumping in right where you're at and doing some things and then moving along. She suggests that you do it 15 minutes a day. That just doesn't work out for me right now. I'm trying to get more into that. I've been trying to do some little shorter time periods throughout the week, maybe 5-10 minutes where I can. But generally I devote some time on the weekend to get the zone cleaning done. So however you like to do it, it's more just about making a little bit of progress in an area of your home, going through different areas throughout the course of the month. So I did mention last time the way the weeks fall, because I do this every Saturday. Sometimes we skip zone 5. So I'm going to try and remember to do zone 4/5 kind of together. That way you can work on one or the other. Or you can, of course, always go back and listen to a zone 5 episode if you want to do some work in that. I don't want to keep skipping zone 5 like for months at a time. So this week, though, we are in zone 2. So zone 2 is the kitchen. And I always mention that the kitchen is my favorite zone because it's just so focused. It's just one room, and you just kind of really, could just kind of stay in there and focus and get a lot done. And a lot of the tasks don't take too long, so you feel like you could check off a whole lot off your list. But you're not trying to go crazy and check off everything. You just want to get done what you can reasonably get done without burning yourself out. Because if you try and do too much when you do your zone cleaning, you might not be likely to stick with it. You just want to keep it manageable and keep moving on and doing a few things each time, and then you just keep working through your list until you complete everything, and then you start over again. So what I have on my list for the kitchen is, and again, this is my total list, not the list that I'm going to be working on while we're in this zone this week. So you could just kind of listen, and maybe there's some things you need to work on, or get some ideas for your zone cleaning for this week. So I have clean out the freezer. We have our chest freezer. I didn't mean to say chest freezer. We have the freezer in our regular fridge. It's the kind that you pull out, and it has like a little drawer, that kind of pulls out in the bottom, and everything kind of sits in there. I think that's why I said chest freezer, because it's kind of like a similar format where like everything kind of piles on top. And I do have some bins in there and stuff, but it still gets disorganized and food gets lost underneath and everything. So it's definitely good to pull that out, see what's in there, use up some of the food that may have gotten hidden underneath, and just wipe that out really good. Straighten any drawers, maybe just pick a drawer and wipe it out, see if anything ended up in there that doesn't belong. Wipe down walls, especially in areas where there's a lot of traffic, or maybe like next to where your kitchen table is. If you have kids, maybe they're like backing up into the wall, or like putting their elbow like touches the wall, or their hands or whatever. So you can decide whether you need to wipe down all the walls or just kind of hit certain areas that might look like they need to be wiped down a little bit more. Clean out under the sink. I think probably a lot of us store cleaning products and maybe like some dish detergent and things like that under the sink. So of course periodically you want to just kind of pull all that stuff out, wipe it out under there, and then make sure if anything has been left under there that doesn't belong. Maybe someone stuck something under there. I know we keep like cleaning products throughout the house, and sometimes one that's supposed to be in the hallway will get stuck back under the sink. So you just want to kind of check and see if anything needs to be put back where it really belongs. Clean out drawer under the oven. So I just did this recently. I haven't done this in I don't even know how long. I don't use the drawer under my oven, and just because I find that when I put stuff in there, I don't remember to like kind of check on it, and it might get dusty and stuff, and I don't really want my like baking sheets and stuff like that to get kind of grimy. So I don't actually use the drawer, but I wanted to make it a habit to at least make sure I keep it clean so it's not like building up dust and gunk under there. So I added it to my list, and I think last time we were in this zone, I decided to clean that, and it was much dustier and grimier than I even expected. So I just gave it like a quick wipe down, and I said, all right, I'll do this time, and then next time I'll do a little bit more and a little bit more, because I didn't want to make like this enormous project out of cleaning something that wasn't really going to have that much impact, but I did want to make some impact, so I just kind of did like a quick like first step. So that's always an option too. If you have something that's kind of overwhelming or you haven't done in a while, maybe just do a little bit, and then next time do a little bit more. Each time you clean it, it'll get easier and easier. So that's that. I also have on here to dust the paper towel holder. That's literally like a 2-second, not even, swipe on the top, just where dust can kind of accumulate if it's not wiped down. We have like a wooden paper towel holder that kind of mounts on the wall, and it's like horizontal, so like the top edges can get a little bit dusty if you don't wipe them down. Scrub the stovetop. Of course, every time we cook, we wipe down the stovetop, but then this is more just like trying to get any of those harder to clean spots on. I'll usually soak it either with like Comet or baking soda or sometimes oven cleaner, just to kind of really clean it better, than just your normal regular wipe down. I also soak the stovetop burners. We have a gas stove, so we have like those burners that like sit on top of the stove, and they get dirty too. Like they get things like baked onto them, or not baked on, but like cooked on. So I have like a bin that I'll put in the sink, and then I'll just soak those in the like really, really hot soapy water, and then just kind of clean them the best that I can. Sometimes they still don't look that great when I'm done with them, but at least I know that they're clean. So that's that. Clean the scrub brush holder. We have like a little scrub brush holder on our sink like edge that just needs to get wiped down. Occasionally, we have a floor vent in our walkway between our kitchen and our family room. It's kind of an odd location, but our family room was an addition, so it didn't used to be like a main walkway, I guess, when the house was first built. So we have like this floor vent to the heating system that's kind of right in the main walkway, so it gets like dust goes in there and dirt and other things, and so I just have to kind of pull it out and clean it out and wipe it out, periodically. Wash the oven mitts. That's always a quick, easy one. I just grab whatever ones are out, throw them in my next load of laundry, and pull out another set so that we have a new clean set. Clean out the water cooler drip tray. We have one of those water coolers, like where you rent or buy, I guess, the water jugs that like go on top, and there's like a little drip tray for when you get the water, and that can get kind of like slimy if you don't keep it cleaned regularly, where the water drips and kind of accumulates in that tray. So that needs to be pulled out and wiped out to keep that clean. Wipe down any appliances. Clean any, if you have a kitchen window and the windowsill, you want to wipe those down and clean the glass in the window. We have a Keurig now that we got for Christmas, so I added that to my list. I actually bought these little cleaning pods, and they do seem to work pretty well. They weren't too expensive. They had them on Amazon, and it looks just like the coffee pod, but it's a cleaning pod. So you put it in there, and you run it through a couple cycles, and then you run it through just like plain water a couple cycles just to rinse it out. And stuff did come out. What happens sometimes is the coffee, I guess, gets like stuck in the needle, and it can like cause clogs and things like that, and plus make your coffee like not taste as good if there's like old coffee grinds, I guess, from the other pods. So there's other ways to clean it, but that sounded really simple and easy for me, so that's what I decided to do for now at least. So that's that. Wipe down the baseboards. I didn't mention that. Clean the ceiling fan. Wipe down the cabinets. Again, you might want to do all of them, or maybe just spot clean. Maybe do a couple this time, a couple next time. Clean any light fixtures you have. Clean pet dishes. I'll usually just kind of stick them in the sink once the sink is empty. Like maybe just after I just loaded the dishwasher, I'll take the pet dishes, stick them in there, put a couple of drops of dish detergent, and then just let them soak in really hot water. Clean the oven. I am going to need to do that again soon. I don't really like to do that in the summer because it's like, well, I don't ever like to do it because it makes the house smell, but it does look really nice once it's done, and it has kind of like a good impact. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and do that before the weather starts getting too warm. Clean the top of the fridge. I just have to, I do store a thing up like like a rack up on top of the fridge where I put pots and pans because we don't have that much space to store them. So I once in a while need to just take that whole thing down and wipe off the top of the fridge real quick and wipe off that rack also. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, here we are. I was going to say I lost where I was. Clean the oven door, wipe down the dishwasher door, clean the garbage can. We have like a regular like freestanding garbage can that just like sits out in the kitchen. It's not like one of those under the counter ones, but either way you would still want to clean it. So I just spray it down real good with some kind of like disinfecting cleaner and let it sit for a little bit, and then just wipe that down. I have some wine glasses that hang on a wine glass rack, so I like to wipe those down periodically if they need it. Sometimes if certain ones sit to the back and they don't get used, they can get like that kind of like grime on them just from being like near the cooking area. So I don't want them to look like grimy and dusty, so those just need to be wiped down. Clean the dishwasher. I did buy also dishwasher cleaning pods. They're just like a little tablet that you put in the dishwasher and it cleans the dishwasher. It said you could do it even with the dishes while the dish is clean, or you could do it on its own, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird to do it with the dishes in there. I don't know if it matters, honestly, but I just decided to run a separate cleaning cycle with just the little cleaning pod in there, and it seemed to work pretty well. Prior to that, I was doing the vinegar and baking soda, where I'd put like a cup of vinegar in the top and then sprinkle baking soda in the bottom and then run the cycle. But again, these pods were pretty inexpensive, and it was really easy to just kind of put it in there and run the cycle and be done with it. I also have on here to clean out the utensil drawer, just kind of take the utensils out, wipe out any holders that you have, if you have like a organizer or whatever that holds the utensils, just to wipe that out. Reorganize a section of your cabinets. It can be kind of overwhelming to reorganize all your cabinets if you have a lot of stuff that could be kind of reorganized. So, maybe just pick a spot and do that, and then next time do another spot. And then I also have to wipe down the kitchen chairs. Sometimes the kids touch the chairs with, they might have food or something on their hands or whatever, or, they just need to be wiped down once in a while. So that needs to be done too. So that's what I have on my kitchen list. Again, this is just my master list. I share it every time we're in this zone. The idea is just kind of that maybe you could listen to this as your list rather than having to maintain a list. You could just kind of listen and pick a few things. You're not trying to get caught up on the list. You just do some things. The next time you do some more. I did forget to mention that if the zone that you're working in this week needs decluttering, you want to do that first before you start doing any of these deep cleaning tasks. It just makes it easier to maintain a room once you've removed any excess clutter that you don't want to have in that room. So if you're at a point in any room where you're going to be working on that zone and you need to do some decluttering, take your zone cleaning time and declutter instead, and do that each time we're in the zone until you get to a point where you feel like, okay, I've decluttered enough, this is kind of how I want this room, and then start doing your deep cleaning tasks. So that's what we have for this week. I did want to mention I'm trying to each month now share whatever the Fly Lady habit of the month is. She has like a habit of the month on the site of something to try and focus on if you're interested. This week's habit of the month is to make your bed. So if that's not already a habit for you, that's something maybe you might be able to implement depending on your schedules. If, sometimes if someone's still sleeping when you get up, it makes it a little bit harder, but it is nice to have a made bed It just makes the room appear nicer when you go in there, or if you have to like use the bed to lay out clothes to put them away, or there's just something really nice about it. So that's what she has as the habit for the month for April. So just wanted to share that in case you're interested. So again, if you'd like to reach out to me for anything, if you have any suggestions for episodes or any reason you'd like to reach out, you can reach me at facebook.com/lolasfrugallife, or you can email me at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. We also have a private listeners group at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. I'd love to have you join. I check it pretty much every day. So if you submit a request, you'll get admitted to the group pretty quickly. Also, if you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to leave me a review, that's a simple way to really help the show. It will help it come up better in search results when people are looking for something like this. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.